Hey everyone, welcome back to Light Shine Desserts. As you can tell by the title, today we are going to be making some cream puffs. So I made cream puffs a couple times before. The first two times it was I don't even know. I never really tried an actual cream puff, so I don't know necessarily how it's supposed to taste or look like. I just looks, I can just go off the picture. But anyways, so this time I decided to add craquelin, which is this kind of like cookie thing that goes on top, and it kind of helps it expand as well as like gives it a kind of crackly type of look, which I got this idea from Ashley from Sweet Dreams Bake Shop, as well as her tip on using scoops to scoop out the dough for the pâte which is the cream puff. So here I am rolling out the craquelin. For me, I've tried using pastry cream for the first two times that I made cream puffs, but me personally, I don't really want to be eating like something that kind of has this like weird saucy goop like texture in my mouth, as well as it takes a long time to make, as well as it takes like a bunch of eggs making the cream puffs and the pastry cream, as well as it just was very messy those two times that I made it. And so I decided to use whipped cream, which that one, it really works. It's super easy and it works. So this texture right here, it's kind of like this food that my culture eats, like kind of called iya or pounded yam or whatever else people call it. And so I was thinking, what if I actually use like the ingredients that you would use for that and try to see if I could bake that or do something like you would do for cream puffs? Because the first time I made it, or the first time I saw someone make it, I was like, that kind of looks like, yeah, interesting. But yeah, so I still haven't done this little experiment yet, but maybe hopefully sometime in the future by God's grace, and hopefully nothing bad comes with it. But yeah, here we are. We are letting all the steam come out of the dough, so then we can add in the eggs. All the times that I made it, thankfully, it's never like scrambled or just gone the wrong direction, like some people might, because they add it in too early. I don't know if adding it too late would do anything. It just probably would stay the same like this. Okay, so I got this $100 gift card from doing a performance, since I also do performing like rapping and singing, yada yada yada. Anyways, so it was $100 gift card, and I bought already 7 things. I'm waiting for the last thing to come from that. And this is one of the things that I got, the silicone mats, because I don't have any. I just have all like the parchment paper, foil paper, all that stuff. And this will really help with macarons, because I made sure to try to get ones that had the actual macaron shapes on them, because like it's kind of hard for me to do it. But as you can see, I'm using the scoops for the cream puffs and then adding the little crackling things on top. They were more light brown than what I've seen, but like it's still, you'll see later on the final results, it still was okay, I think. But I kind of made these small, like I didn't know like what exact size to use. Another thing that I got was cookie cutters, because I don't have any circle cookie cutters, and I got one with all types of shapes or sizes. But anyways, so like it's kind of like a little bit smaller than the cream puff itself, as well as like the same size. So yeah, so this recipe, I usually like to cut down recipes, because usually for recipes like the regular size is like a lot of like cream puffs or macarons or whatever. So like I try to see if I can usually cut it in half, but this time I decided to do the entire one, just so I can have enough. And it made like 30. It made 30. There was a few that kind of got a little weird, like it was a little weird, and there was ones on these trays, or this tray. I think it's just because this silicone mat was too big, and I should just use the smaller ones. But here they are in the oven. I was just like watching this just to see, okay, like, is anything gonna happen? So now, as you can see, it's gotten like into the actual cream puff, or on top of the actual cream puff, but it's like not like surrounding the entire one. For a few of them it is. So that's another thing I need to fix for if I ever make cream puffs next time, to make it bigger. And it got stuck on my finger when I was trying to poke holes for the cream puffs. But anyways, you can see I'm kind of sorting it out, and there was the piping tip that I used to poke the holes, because I decided I would do the filling from the bottom. But here I am making the whipped cream. Another thing that I got was cookie butter emulsion, which I used that, and then also caramel flavor that I wanted to do. And so this was actually taking a long time to whip, because I don't want to whip it too high because then it could get over whipped. But as you see, in a couple of seconds, it starts to get like the regular whipping amount. But then for some reason, I just kept whipping and whipping it. So like it got, I don't know if it was curdled, but like just kind of chunky and not smooth, velvety. Thankfully, the cream puffs, like, it's going to be going in the actual cream puff. But see, I should have stopped like kind of right here, but I just kept going. But it doesn't affect the taste, I don't think. So unless I was putting it on top of something, the looks don't really matter too much. Like, you can see that it's kind of getting like separated from like the, I don't know, I can see the change, but you might not. But anyways, so I cut the whipped cream filling in half, and there's the cookie butter emulsion. And I also got another one, butter vanilla, which is coming Sunday, and then strawberry extract for later on. But anyways, here I am whipping that up. I didn't know like how much I should use. I saw some like reviews, someone was saying like, oh, just need a little bit and that will like give it the flavor. I didn't necessarily know how it was supposed to taste like. I could taste like what I smelled like when I was tasting it, but I don't know if I should add more. But next time I should just do the same like thing. It says 1 teaspoon for like 1 teaspoon if a recipe calls for extract. So yeah. And another thing that I got was these pink, because I love pink, favorite color. But anyways, these pink spatulas. There was like spatulas, the brush type of thing that you would use for like putting egg on top of something, and some other stuff. But anyways, here I am doing the caramel ones. So some of them I had to cut in half, and those were the ones that were kind of like bloopy. I don't know. They were all wrinkly and stuff at the bottom, like it was kind of curvy. Some of them I put them back in the oven because they weren't like all the way finished. Like it wasn't like raw, but like just in case. And so like, yeah, they're kind of like mild brown at the bottom, not like very burnt, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure that it got baked through all the way. And they all generally turned out nice, like baking wise, with these silicone mats. So that's pretty nice. And so here I am using a Ziploc bag. If you've seen any of my shorts, videos, or anything, I talk about how I use Ziploc bags if I'm able to, because if there's something where I do not need a piping bag and I can easily switch it out for a Ziploc bag, then I'll use it, because I do not like wasting piping bags on things that I don't need them for, or like need them for. But it was kind of troubling just for this, just because it was like filling it, but I still generally got them all except for one where it was like kind of a half, or like not even, it was like a fourth. But yeah. And this one is the cookie butter ones. So next time, like if I'm going to be doing like 2 different flavors, I might like color the craquelin or color the actual filling so you can know which is which, just because as you can see, that they all look the exact same. But this is how they are finished, no powdered sugar or anything. And that's what they look like on the inside. Still a little bit chunky for the whipped cream, but nice. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, tips, or anything you want me to bake in the future, feel free to comment down below, and have a blessed week.